I'd like to ask you guys, if you all want to answer this question, what has influenced you the most to make you who you are and what you bring to the table as far as writing and your part in the band?
I think what I'm influenced mostly by is just, I think I can speak for pretty much anyone in a band. Basically, your upbringing, what kind of music you're into, what you do in your spare time, and your lifestyle. Basically, that's what's going to essentially make you who you are and what your decisions are.
What influences me the most? I guess definitely your lifestyle you live, the friends and family you have, the music you listen to, the mass media things you get yourselves into. I'm really into comic books, and my imagination is probably the biggest thing that influences me. I always have things going on in my head that I can never quite get out all at once, so that definitely inspires me to continue to move on.
What influences me the most would be musically, Danny Carey from Tool, From Autumn to Ashes, definitely, and I like a lot of Iron Maiden. Just pretty much that's it.
To kind of, I guess, add on to their answer, and I guess in somewhat ways sound cliche, yeah, definitely life is a huge influence, and much like what Blake and Jeremy said, just your upbringings, and also just you know, being blessed with the ability to just play with, you know, 3 other great musicians that just push you. It, you know, is such a huge influence. Just, you know, people there that are pushing you and just constantly, you know, helping you to grow.
You guys seem to get along really well. Do you have like a brotherhood? You guys, is that
Yeah.
for real?
Yeah,
or
most
is it just kind of on a stage?
I mean, honestly speaking, just from playing in other bands, that there's no way that you can be in a band that's going to go anywhere or do anything if you're not, you know, connected in some way, shape, or form. You know, if there's no friendship or anything, if you're just there just to make music, it's not going to come unless there's some sort of friendship or brotherhood between you all.
I heard you guys opened for the Misfits. How was that?
It was awesome. It was
Yeah.
very amazing. We had a chance to open for the Misfits back in November, thanks to WLRS, and they gave us the opportunity to open up for our heroes. That's a band who has definitely influenced us over time, in every way, shape, and form. And it was really cool to open up for them, and not only just to open for them, but like to get to meet them. I got to meet Jerry only backstage and talk to them, and you know, we told them about how we cover some of their songs, and like he gave us like permission to cover our songs whenever he wants. Like, you know, most people don't get the chance to meet their hero, and then let alone get their hero to tell them, you know, that they like what they're doing. And so that was definitely a very amazing experience.
Or their hero being cool.
Yeah.
I've met some people that I looked up to, and they turned out to be pretty lame. So it's cool that, you know, heroes in reality can still be cool people and not like stuck-up people.
And just when you think all your heroes are dead, and the Misfits come in and they're pretty cool.
What made you guys decide to go away, if you have gone away, with the drug-free, Christian, lyrically based music?
I don't really think we've ever went away from it. We might have changed our direction, but to totally stray off the path is not something we've done. A friend once told me that the louder you scream about your beliefs, the more people are just going to cover their ears. That hit at home with me because for 3 years, we were the evangelical, straight-edge Christian band. I mean, that's all you knew about Sacred Sorrow. Our name, you know, came out, you know, would precede us when we would go places. Before we got there, people would be like, oh, those are those straight-edge Christian dudes that just judge everybody. And, like, it really, like, cut everybody out except for the Christian youth groups. They're the only people that would, like, have our back. Even the straight-edge kids didn't like us because we were Christians.
Wow.
I think after those 3 years of really trying and hitting that nail over the head over and over again, and you don't get any results, and you don't feel right about what you're doing, you have to go about a different avenue about things. We're all still very, you know, influenced by our faith. Our faith is still, you know, the cornerstone of who we are as people. And then, you know, about the straight edge and the moral things, we're all still very moral people. You know, if you want to classify us as straight edge, you probably could. It's just not what we choose to, you know, to do. So I guess it's more of taking a different route than trying to just totally abandon the idea altogether. And then with hardcore, you know, it even says in our bio, it's a limited writing ability. You can't go too far. We felt like we had maxed out all we could do in hardcore, and there's so many more things to the puzzle that is Sacred Sorrow. There's so many more pieces. Instead of just hitting Christianity over the head and straight edge over the head. What if we showed people who we really are? What if we
Right.
showed people like, hey, we like to watch horror movies, we like to read comic books, we like to, there's so many more things in life. You don't want to write social suicide, 10 times on every album and keep repeating yourself.
Right.
So hopefully that'll help that person that asked that question out. We're still who we are from day one, but we're just showing more of ourselves to everyone.
Plus, people will probably get bored listening to the same message over and over and over again.
Definitely.
When is the new CD going to be released?
In the mid-summer area, something like that. We're not going to put a release date on it yet, just because I said it's still in the works. You never know. It might take us, a month to write a song or something. We don't know what's going to happen. If things go the way we kind of want them to go, you definitely want your album to come out in summertime. That's the best time to go play shows, hit tours, play big venues. It all happens. It all goes down in the summer. So, you definitely want your CD coming around somewhere around that time.
Let's talk a little bit about your, I guess some of your favorite shows that you've played in the past and why.
My favorite show would probably be LRS Fest and the 777 show.
She said pick one.
It's two.
Just because, our fans showed, a lot of dedication at those shows, and, without them, we wouldn't be here.
Those two shows were awesome, and just the way we were accepted at LRS Fest with just open arms was amazing, and also 777 just with all the kids coming out was really great as well. I may have to go with the Hollow Fest of last year. Hollow Fest. It's just us playing on Halloween. It's just a great night, but just the way we were just encircled by fans instead of them just flat out in front of us it was just a great feeling. I just love our fans. And
I definitely have to say, for myself, 777 was probably hands down my favorite show, just because the amount of perseverance that we put in through writing and recording. There was a lot of stuff going on at the time to try to squeeze in. We were really breaking ourselves to get the CD finished, and a lot of preparation and trying to secure a venue, things like that. There was a lot of stuff up, in the air putting that show together. And we planned for a whole year because officially our first CD got released on the 6th of June of '06. So I was like, how cool it would be to have a CD come out on the 7th of July, which is 777, which is the number of perfection. So I thought that was just really, I was just ecstatic, seeing all the people lined up to come and get the CD and come show support of the release. And it was overall it was probably, I couldn't have imagined it going any better. So hands down, that's my favorite show.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know about what happens behind the scenes, and especially we don't throw that many shows. We usually just go play shows. We have a very limited number of shows that we put on. Well, 777 was our show. It was our EP release. And we have a list of 30 people to thank for that day, because it wasn't just us. Northside Christian Church helped us out. If it wasn't for this dude named Nick Catt, I don't know if anybody out there knows him, but he did our photos for us. He got the venue for us. That guy went out of his way to help us out.
Yeah.
And
Nick
definitely
was the 5th member of Sacred Sorrow.
Yeah, pretty much. Nick was so in there helping us out. The church and all the people that came out. That's what really blew us away. Was you expect maybe 100-something people, but when you sell over half your CDs that you bought from the company just to be able to have your CD out, you're like, oh man, this is nuts,
Mm-hmm.
So 777 meant a lot. I think because of the hard work. Over a year of preparation went into that thing, and a lot of stuff was down to the last minute. People don't know that right before the doors opened, we were waiting on the CDs to get there.
Wow.
So that's how last
Oh my
minute
gosh.
that stuff was. It was
forgot all about
so
that.
hard. Should we let that out? Burn is one of our newer songs, and it's going to be on the actual album. We're going to give it away. We're going to put it on our MySpace for people to download, and it should be soon. We're waiting on mastering for it to come back. So keep checking the MySpace every day, and then when you find it, download it, keep it, put it on your iPod or whatever random
Show
music
your
player
friends.
you have. Show all of your friends. Get them to download it. We want that song to be given to everyone. It's kind of our gift to people for being gone for so long, because we don't feel that's right that we've been gone forever. But we're trying to write an album, so...
Deal with it.